Hey loves, welcome back to TigeraGitana. My name is Abby and today we are going to be doing another Dollar Tree spell, and it's going to be the one that I promised you guys in the last couple of videos because I've been telling you that this one is coming. But this is going to be the dream spell using Dollar Tree items, and this one's going to be relatively easy though there are levels to it. So we're going to get started. Now, the first part of this kind of spell that you should do is that you need to get your hands on the Aroma Guru lavender. This is a mixture of almond oil and lavender essential oil. And the reason why you need to work with this first is because you should be charging this. Unless you want to use this for multiple things. That's like the only thing. So you need to make this into your intention oil. Okay, and so when it comes to using like ritual oils like this, you want to make sure that you charge them ahead of time. You can charge them with the moon cycle. You can charge them in the full moon, new moon, Pisces moon. This would be a really great moon to charge your oil itself. And you can also use crystals. Now Dollar Tree doesn't sell crystals, so I'm obviously not going to show you like how to do that and stuff. But if you do already have crystals, or if you collect crystals from like in the park, or like when you're outside and you see, like if you're out in nature and you see a crystal or a rock or something that like really that you gravitated by, then you can also use that to just charge up the oil as well. You can also put this in like a small bowl of sea salt as well, just because the sea salt has its own energy as well. And yeah, so you want to just make sure you are setting an intention for this oil. This oil is going to be my dream oil, unless you want to use this specific oil for multiple things. But for that, I mean, I would just buy a couple more of these. They're only $1 at the Dollar Tree. You guessed it. Anyway, so yeah, so you want to make sure you set an intention for this oil. If you want to, you can put it in a different bottle. So these are like some of the bottles that I have, and if you want to, you could literally just take the oil, put it in a different bottle, and then charge it, bless it. You can add crystals to this. If you are Reiki certified, Reiki trained, Reiki the oil as well. Activate the oils, activate the herbs. You can add herbs to it as well. So feel free to go crazy, go wild as your heart desires, okay? But yeah, so you want to make sure that you set the intention with this. Now, continuing. This spell can be done with 3 different candles from the Dollar Tree. I'm pretty sure you can do this with other candles as well from the Dollar Tree, but I specifically saw these and I was like, okay, this is what I'm talking about. Before I kind of get into the candle itself, we're going to talk about the incense, because when it comes to dream work, dream magic and stuff like that, you really kind of have to set the tone and set your vibe before you go to sleep. Because what happens is that when you're about to go to sleep, you don't just go lay on the bed and then that's it, 2 seconds you're out. I mean, unless you're exhausted, but it just should be a ritual for you. There should be a setting of the mood, like you're getting to that time of the night where you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to go to sleep soon for whatever reason. I have to wake up tomorrow, or if it's your day off, whatever. But you just make sure you see this as your nightly ritual, because this is a ritual, which means that you're adding things to what you're doing. So if you take a bath before you go to sleep, take a bath. If you like, whatever it is you do, if you drink tea, whatever. The next thing you're gonna need is to set the tone, and I would do this like an hour to 2 hours before, like kind of back to back, like maybe 2 incense sticks. Set the tone in your room, set the vibe in your room where you have your bedroom light and incense stick. This one I got at the Dollar Tree, and I also, you guys saw at my last witchy Dollar Tree haul that I bought these as well, and I've been burning them just to test out the scent. It actually smells more like the lemon than the lavender, which is funny because the way it's blended with the other oils is like different, but it smells good. It's like very powdery in a way, but it smells good. So I would suggest lighting this first, just setting the tone in your room, your space, just like calm when you're walking into the space. It's calm, it's a different vibe than your other rooms, just so keep that in mind. Now, if you're watching this video and you want to like okay, I get that it's like dollar stuff, but then you just want to try other products and add and like kind of custom making it your own way, I would also try the Hem Moon incense. This is one of my favorite incense blends. It smells so good. I like this when I'm doing like my moon magic, when I'm on my menses. Like, it's just a really good, really soft, like, it's just so good. And to light before you go to sleep, before you're doing dream work, this one's really good as well. So I just wanted to mention it just in case some of y'all didn't want to buy that one and just wanted to use something that you had, then there you go. But I would definitely set the tone with some incense first, okay? So I'm just gonna set this aside. Okay, now the 3 candles that you can use, the first one I'm gonna talk about is the Luminescence Lemon Lavender. These are the votive candles, and they look like this. I went through like all the other 3 already, but they look like this. They come in 4, so that gives you like 4 spells that you can do from this, which is really nice. So yeah, so they come in this size. They're like stacked up like this. The reason why it's out of the box is because I already cleansed it twice, because you know how I double cleanse all my candles and all my tools before I use them. The other one that you can use is the, and I love these, this is the lavender lemon scented candles from, it's like the same brand, like scent style, because it's the same, you see, it's the same, except it's funny because they're like 2 different colors. Did you see them? This is like a lighter lavender, that's like a darker lavender, but whatever. Anyway, so I cleansed and blessed this one already. These are the rest of them. These you can do like for really quick, like let's say, because this baby is gonna take a little bit longer to burn. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot longer to burn. I feel like this takes like, in total, I want to say maybe 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours to burn in total. I know that seems like a lot, but it just takes a minute. It doesn't just burn that fast. However, these babies, since there's 8 in here, you can definitely do the spell 8 times instead of having to do, you know, the 4, because these come in a 4-pack. This comes in an 8-pack. These are really quick, really like light. So I would light the incense within that first hour, and then you would light this right after the incense, because these babies are gonna go up relatively soon. Like they don't take that long. Obviously, everybody knows how long a tea light takes. They're not that long. However, when it comes to the dream spell, I will set a disclaimer. You should not be doing dream work consistently back to back to back, because that will kind of, subconscious mind, you don't want to stress out or overwhelm yourself in your subconscious mind. It can lead to some very weird vibes, a lot of moodiness, especially if you're not well versed in doing dream work like consistently or properly. But even I don't do dream work consistently. Like, that's too much. Like, that's too much. Like, I dream like almost every single night, but I'm not also calling in or asking for prophetic dreams or anything like that. I'm not doing that. I'm just like, most of the time I'm like knocking out. Sometimes I'll do like a herbal blend, or I'll take a bath, and then I'll ask my guides for a specific message, or to come to me in my dreams and whatnot, and then so forth. But I don't do consistent dream work like that. You shouldn't overuse that skill, because it's a very sensitive part of your brain, and you just don't want to overdo it, because you will feel like you're high. Okay, I'll put it that way. You're gonna feel like you're high. So yeah, so even though you have 8 of these, I would say maybe you could do like twice a week. Test that out. At first, they have a scent to them. This one smells more like lavender. They both pretty much smell like lavender, but the incense stick smells more like the lemon. I don't know why, but it just does. The other candle that you can use, and this is like a 1-shot candle, and you're gonna have to light this a little bit ahead of time. But this is this aromatherapy sleep candle. So this is it's a scented candle, but you can fix scented candles as well. This one smells so good, but this one's lavender and vanilla, so it has a very like light and fluffy smell. This is not the one I'm going to be burning tonight. I just wanted to show you that you can use different types of candles. But if you're at the Dollar Tree, try to get something that has lavender base, because lavender is amazing for dream work, so you want to just have that in connection to it. But yeah, so you can use this is a one shot, so you have to let this burn all the way. If you don't feel comfortable I mean, I would say when you come home from work, already light this up, so by the time you're going to sleep, it's still going down, because this one takes quite a while to finish. Okay, so then what we're going to be doing today is this one, and actually this one I'm going to show you how to do both for the quickies, and that's going to be the last one. And for this one, you're going to need some sort of candle holder. This one I got at the Dollar Tree. It's kind of cute, a little cross on it. And you can also put the tea light in here, so it works for both. Literally, it's like the perfect size for both. So either way, you're good. And what you're going to do, I'm going to start with this one first, is that you're going to take your candle and you're going to anoint it. Oh, actually, I almost forgot the most important part. So if you want to, well, I guess this is kind of optional, to be honest. If you would like to write a petition and put it underneath the candle holder, you can. However, I don't really think it's that necessary for this spell, to be honest, because I've never done it that way. You can if you like writing petitions and that's your thing, but I've never done it that way. It's not really that necessary. You just have to put your intention on here for what you're asking for. That's what makes it an intention. Candle intention oil, you're setting an intention for it. So you're just going to pump like about 2 pumps. You don't need to go crazy or ham or anything like that on it. And then you're just gonna coat it. Okay, and then you're gonna put it on the candle holder as such, right? Okay, and then the next things that you're gonna need, there's gonna be 2 herbs that we're working with. Oh, I forgot to mention something, sorry. The moon is in Pisces, so I'm like all over the place today. But when you light your incense, after you light your incense, you're gonna need the sea salt. This one I got at the Dollar Tree, and you need to put a little bit of sea salt in the corner of each of side of your bed. Okay, this is gonna be for protection, and you need to set the intention that is for protection. And this is gonna protect you while you sleep. So if you're trying to do like astral work or something like that, you're protected. Okay, so just make sure you have that down. Now for the herbs, we're going to be using basil and chamomile. Chamomile is really good for dream work, and basil is really good for protection as well. So we're going to take the herbs. Actually, I'm just going to mix it because we're going to use it in the little one as well. You don't need to use that much. That's why I kind of cut it. I'm going to cut it in half. So you mix it. And then you're just going to tell the herbs exactly what your intention is. So you're going to activate the herbs as we always do. Okay. You're going to tell the herbs. So this is where it gets a little bit tricky, because if you're trying to do something specific with your dream work, I'm not going to put words in your mouth. If you're trying to call your angels and guides, set that intention with the herbs. Herbs, please help me connect with my angels and guides. Help them come into my dreams and send me messages, etc. If you are trying to do like prophecy work, or like show me a sign about what's coming up next week, or whatever the case may be, you need to activate the herbs with that intention. So I'm not going to put the words in your mouth, but just activate the herbs with the intention that you are trying to, what you're trying to accomplish. Okay, so you're going to take your candle, you're going to take your herbs, you're just going to, in a clockwise motion, you're just gonna cover the candle. Okay, and because spirits love shiny things, we're gonna use a little bit of silver glitter. And then you're basically ready to light that baby up. So it's gonna look like that, if it focuses, hold on. Sometime today. If it wants to focus, oh, well, yeah, I saw it. That's how it looks. So then you're gonna go ahead and light this baby up. So this is gonna be part of my empties for this month, because I only have 2 left in here. That's how you know I'll be burning stuff, okay? That's literally how you know I burn stuff for a living. Okay. So then you're gonna go ahead and light your candle. And this should go like basically around your nearest table. So if you have like a what's it called, the little, like the bed stand, is it called the bed stand, the little table that goes by the bed, I think it's called the bed stand, I'm not sure. Then put it there. If it's in this container, you'll be fine. Okay, if you want to put this in a bowl of water, go ahead, you can do that as well. I would probably add sea salt to it, just to bring the elements of like the sea in there, especially for dream work. If you are fine with this burning down on its own, leave it alone. For the most part, this is not, I mean, practice fire safety, because I have to say that. For the most part, I do not think that this is going to give you any issues at all, because of the way it's made. I just don't. But if you want to put this in a bowl, put it in a bowl. Just know that even if you put it in a bowl, well, for this one specifically, if you put another one in a bowl, that's fine. But this one specifically, it would not do me any. It just won't. It just doesn't change anything because it's up here. So yeah, practice fire safety. Do what you need to do. But for the most part, this is how I'm lighting this one. Now I'm going to show you how I'm doing the other one. And if you do Reiki, make sure you're Reikiing your work. It's very important. Okay, so then we're going to take our oil. And we're going to put 1 pump, because you really don't need a lot for the little tea lights. We'll take your finger and you're just going to go around. Go around. Okay. And then you're going to take your herbs. You're just going to go around clockwise. Okay. And then I'm going to take glitter again. And then boom, you got the mini version. It's not that hard. So you want to make sure that before you fall asleep, you are kind of fire gazing at it, because you want to make sure you're working your intention, you're working your magic. So you want to make sure you're like, we're right here. So because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be, I'll just like both of these tonight. It's not really that big of a deal. I mean, I could save this one for later too. So you can literally make all of this in one shot and then save it for later. You could do that as well. And then this one you would just have to light one shot. You just let it burn. So this one you could put in a bowl of water if you would like to. Okay, so what you're gonna do next, right before you go to sleep, because again, this is like a whole ritual. You're gonna take a little bit of this, gonna pump it in your hand. So probably like 1 or 2 drops, nothing too crazy. Probably 1 will be fine. You're gonna rub it on your fingers like this, okay? And then you're going to massage your temples in a clockwise motion, okay? Just massage your temples, thinking about your intention, thinking about going to sleep, thinking about who you're calling in, if it's a specific deity. Again, I'm leaving this very open-ended for the type of dream work that you might be doing, but just connect right here. And then lastly, just anoint your third eye, okay? And then you can, if you want to drink some tea, whatever it may be. And then you can get comfortable and get ready to go to bed. In the morning, this is when we're adding more stuff to the spell, because if you're doing this consistently, like if you're going to do it like the 8 in a row or the 4 in a row, you're going to just consistently do dream work like maybe 2 or 3 times a week. You want to make sure you're writing your dreams down, especially when you're doing spell works in association to your dreams, because there's a difference between, oh, I have prophetic dreams when I sleep without doing spell work, and then there's a difference between I'm setting the intention to have a prophetic dream, and then I'm like calling that energy, calling those messages to come in, and then I'm just like waking up and going about my life. No, you set the intention for this, so you need to make sure you're writing your messages down. So for that, if you saw my on the go manifestation journal, this is going to be the blue one, so this is going to be the mini dream journal. So if you don't already have a dream journal, or like if you have a different way of dream journaling or whatnot, I would suggest getting the 3-pack, because if you didn't watch my on the go manifestation journal video for the Dollar Tree spells, that was like one of the last ones. You need to watch that one. That was like 2 videos ago. You need to watch that one just so you're aware how to set the intention for what you're doing. But I would pick the blue one, blue color associated with that. I would put this under the bed, under your pillow. This is very easy to just slide under your pillow, wake up in the morning and like, okay, and just start writing, okay? And just write the messages down, write what you saw, write colors, write messages, write symbols, write ancestors you saw, spirits you saw, what you thought it was, like whatever it is, you write it down, okay? That way you can come back and reflect, and you do that right after you wake up. You absolutely, this is a 100% part of the spell. You need to write down the messages you receive, because there's no point of doing a dream spell to then just wake up and go about your life. It's just, there's no point, okay? So yeah, that would be the completed spell, okay? So I would say take your time, be gentle with yourself. This whole entire ritual needs to be very soothing, very relaxing. You pop the incense, you're just like, okay, I'm chilling. I'm just, I'm gonna do this. This is what then you're picking your intention. What is it that you want? If you want to do a meditation a little bit before the candle burns, as the incense is going, right before you go to sleep, go ahead. Like before or after you massage your go ahead. Listen, this is just the foundation of giving you an idea of how you can add your customizable version of this spell. But this spell is actually a really good spell, really successful spell, done it many times. I've gotten to the point with dream work where I don't need to do a lot of dream spells itself to get prophetic dreams, because I've been doing dream work since I was just little. It's something that was really big with my family. We're still big on it. We still have dreams, still call each other like, oh my god, this is what I saw, and then boom, next week something happens. Like, it's pretty intensive. So yeah, but there are times where I do, like, I like doing the dream teas right before I go to bed. Oh my god, they're so good. That's one of my things. Like, I'll make my blend and then boop. So I like doing that sometimes, but I really don't have to do a lot to do dream work. The next step with this type of spell work would be dream interpretations. So write down all of your symbols. If you want to get a dream interpretation book, you can get one. However, I don't know if I necessarily always agree with the dream interpretations. Just because I feel like sometimes there's symbols specifically that come up in dreams that are customizable to your life experience, that a book that somebody else wrote with their life experience, or with kind of a little bit of a collective experience that somebody else had, might not apply to you the same way. So just be conscious of that. Even if you're gonna go and like try to research what this stuff means, just be conscious that something might be of a different definition in your life. I find that a lot with dream work, because if I look up the definition of some of the stuff that I've dreamt, it's like completely different than the message that it actually was. And it's not to say that somebody else is wrong, it's just that there is also your own truth and you are still your own guide as far as like your life post. You are still the one that holds the knowledge, and spirit will find ways to give you messages from things that you already know and that you would kind of understand. So they try to give you some of those things so you can better take on the message. So you need to practice discernment when it comes to dream work. I'm usually really good at dream interpretations with other people. fairly good at it, actually. To the point where recently I've been told that I should just probably offer it as a service, because I get a lot of my friends and family members always, you know, hitting me up like, hey, I had this dream, what does this mean? And I'm like, oh, it's obvious. But I feel like in a way that's like my Gemini moon, because Gemini placements will have a way. And if you watch my 10 psychic placements in astrology video, you would know why I'm saying this. But I feel like it's my Gemini moon, because I could definitely see the message like straight to the point when it comes to certain things. And when people are talking, I'm like, wait, you didn't notice that was a message? Because that's what the message is. So yeah, it's like a dream work is something that have a super strong foundation on. So yeah, so I work with it a lot. So I'm really excited to like share the spell with you guys. And continuing the Dollar Tree series is gonna be more spells to come, obviously. Literally, it's funny because I feel like I have like 5 spells in my head that we're gonna be doing, but I'm like, I can't put them out all at once. So I'm trying to like stretch it out, like maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks, you know, just to kind of like not overdo it. But there's still more spells to come, so stay attuned. Okay, stay attuned. Okay, so I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you click the subscribe button, and you also click the little bell so you get notified every time I post something. And definitely check out the Patreon. The link on the Patreon is down below. We are doing the monthly community spells, which I'm really excited about, because I'm taking all of your petitions and we're just doing a whole ritual together. And the last one was a release spell. It was really powerful. I really enjoyed doing it, and I can't wait for next month, which is going to be the poll for that going up, I want to say in 2 weeks. Like the last week of November is going up, and then we're going to be doing it the beginning of December. So I'm really excited about that. Also, the soulmate workshop class was just posted on the Patreon as well, and there's homework for that too. It was like an hour-long workshop on soulmates. The next class is going to be kindred spirits and twin flames, because I'm doing a whole twang on it. So yeah, so if you want to get that info, the links to our Patreon is down below as well. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Instagram, because I'm always posting there as well, and I'll see you in the next video.